All right, what's going on, everybody? Gave you card stacks here. I've had a good amount of mail stack up. I was out of town. I was in San Francisco for 3 days. So I've got 2 rounds of packages here. Mostly bubble mailer. I think there's some envelopes on the bottom there, actually. And then this box, really just there for dramatic effect. But I guess I'll start with PWE. We'll save the bigger stuff for later. So let's just rip through it, see what I was buying over the last week while I was out of town, leading up to it. My thoughts, you know the drill. Okay, Izan El Mansa, blue is finest, Topps finest. You know, I don't know if we need Topps finest from a OTE product. There's Inception, there's Chrome, finest. You don't see finest a whole lot. I don't know what the price point was for all of that, but this was this was like $3. I can explain. So I was like, you know what? A hit of a box for $3 of a potential first rounder. He's international. He's got a market, hopefully growing market. He was like one of the best youth players in Europe for a while. I think he was like MVP of like the youth circuit or however that all works. But again, at just $3 all in, I think I figured it was worth a shot there. But hopefully, I removed him from my save search, so I hope I do not have any more coming in. But again, I mean, it's at $3, it's hard to go wrong, but I do need to stop. All right, these I won at auctions pretty cheap. I'm gonna tilt this down a smidge. I wanna say I paid like $7 or $8 all in, maybe. Jordan Waters, running back, Duke, now at NC State. He had, maybe 800 yards, like 12, 15 touchdowns. His production was not great against some of the better teams. I understand Riley Leonard was hurt. That definitely impacts the box and how everything plays out, and you can see his production definitely tailed off. Now at NC State, I'm a little high on NC State. I don't love Grayson McCall. I'm curious to see how he does, but I love Casey Conception. I love that defense. You know what you're getting there. So this, I think, was super cheap. You know, just a regular auto number to 5. I don't know, like a prismatic, I think these are called. Just my one piece in case he does pop off, but we were talking about him in my Discord, and I was like, you know what, I guess I'll buy one auto just to say I have a piece. Ontario Brown, one of my favorite backs. I mean, I do have some history with him, not directly him, but when I was doing graphics for Northern Illinois, I heard a lot of good things about him. They were really bummed. Harrison Whaley was the running back the year before. He transferred to Wyoming. He was a pretty solid back. I think they definitely got an upgrade with Ontario Brown now. Really like him. Black color match. Not my favorite, I guess, image. And then really just, I like when they try to at least hide the fact that there's no licensing. Like that one looks pretty decent. But this one, a little tough when you get the side of the helmets. But one of the top running backs in the MAC should do really well. I'm excited to see what he does. I also need to look into Trayvon Rudolph. He's not in EA College Football. And then someone tweeted a screenshot of his IG story, and it was like, sorry NIU all love. I don't know if he just didn't opt into the game or if he's like transferring or dropped out. I don't know. We'll see, but that was really disappointing. Okay, this was a moment of weakness for me. Tyronn Mathieu, Red Power. These are to 49, 39 to 49. Color match. Not a big Prism PC guy, not a big modern PC Prism guy, not a big NFL PC guy other than Topps Chrome. But really, there's no current player in the NFL where I'm like, yeah, I would PC him. And I'm again, just kind of a college guy, and then Topps Chrome, University of Arizona, and then Topps Chrome, kind of the childhood guys. But I follow an account on Instagram. I think it's like Defensive Highlights, and some good stuff. Just fun, kind of breaks down the movement, motion, all of that type of stuff. And I saw a play of Tyronn Mathieu. I sent it to one of my friends, and then I was like, you know what? I wonder if there's a cool Tyronn Mathieu. I could have just opted for Topps Chrome. I really should have done that, but I just felt red, colorish match with the black jersey. I love the black jerseys. Tyronn Mathieu, one of my favorites. In college, of course, hard not to like him in college, at least watching him play. I understand there was controversy around him at the time, but one of the most electric college players of all time. The NFL, where is he now? New Orleans? One of my good friends, I used to coach with him. He is like good friends with him. He does all his like clothing and merch and all of that. So I kind of keep up with that. What is this? This is just a note. Thank you note. I hope I paid under $3 for this, truly. I don't know what I'm doing. I need help. Someone take my eBay app away from me. All right, these two, I was just excited to just buy kind of, here we go. Just buy kind of the floor of what I think is a market with plenty of room. I'll stop there. Ooh, stuck to me. All right. Hannah Hidalgo, fuchsia mini diamond to 150. I think this was like 12 bucks. I think this Beck was around 10. I'm big on Hannah Hidalgo numbered stuff. I think there's so much room and opportunity for her production and just the growth of women's basketball. Now all the hype with the WNBA, all those women that were in Bowman University, they added the top dogs. They were selling better than most of the men. And so I really like Hannah Hidalgo, been buying her stuff. She was really one of the first players that I really had one of my biggest flips. I bought, I think, just a true red, or was it an auto? Bought it for like 50 bucks. I think I sold it for about 150, maybe, somewhere around there. I'll have to go back and look if I can find it. That was kind of one of my first buys of McDonald's and all of that. And then Carson Beck. But if they've gotten Bowman, I default to Bowman, but I do like the paper autos as well. Sometimes you get the McDonald's color for it's pretty cheap, and then Carson Beck refractor. We'll see if that's gradable. I don't think I'd grade anything else here. So, onward. Okay, I mention every now and then that I'm out on just kind of basketball prospecting, and then something just reels me in here. This is Trey Johnson, Prism draft from last year, I think. He's projected a lottery pick right now, and it's very dangerous. The season hasn't even started. He's a true freshman. I think he's like number 5 in the country, number 3 in the country. He's signed with Texas. And some of his autos go for a pretty penny, I would say. Some of his stuff recently, like there's, I think, a PSA red to 149, did like 20, but then everything else listed. It's just one of those things where you're not going to find it listed. I think the next cheapest autos were like 50, 60 bucks. I've got this on Mercari just out of pure desperation. I'll usually check Mercari when I'm like, all right, I've seen everything on ComC. I just checked eBay. I didn't see anything. I'm just going to throw a dart at Mercari. I think it was like 50% off, which also helped. And then just the fact that it's super scarce right now. That must be his high school jersey, I guess, the blue to $199. I didn't really care about that. But this, I think, was 20-ish, $25 maybe. And I think it's just something you relist for 60. This is some tape right here to 125. So Trey Johnson, Texas, like a small forward. All right, I'm going to deal with that later. Just, again, just a prospecting thing. Way too early mock drafts are pretty dangerous because you've got like those El Marco Jacksons and guys like that who just didn't really pan. Jackson Dart Bowman auto. So this is another auto to 150, or it should be, unless I've been bamboozled. In a one-touch here. Some people say never ship in a one-touch, it gets damaged. Whatever. I don't think that's the case. Maybe. I don't know. What do I know? Jackson Dart. Been scooping these up in particular. They've just been the cheapest Bowman autos. I think the cheapest you'll find from Jackson Dart is about $56 for his first. So I just thought numbered stuff makes sense for me. You look at his schedule, I think they go 6-0. Then I think they get LSU, which for me personally, I think is 7-0. Ole Miss has a ton of hype. I think he could climb the draft board. So not bad. I think one just hit auctions at 50. So seems to be the floor right now, and definitely stuff is climbing, but I will definitely take that. So Jackson Dart, one of my bigger buys at the moment, I would say, for me personally. Okay, speaking of which, this is either from, maybe this will tell me. This is either from Sport Lots or Buy Sports Cars. Nope. Or maybe I only bought one set. I think I only bought one set, and it was from one of the two. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This looks like Sport Lots. I bought 24 Jackson Dart Bowman University firsts for $16.75. So, again, just I think on ComC the cheapest you're finding these is like $2. these were 50 cents a piece. So just more of a play. I mean, maybe one of these are gradable. I don't know. This is someone who either just found a bunch for like 10 cents and they're grinding it out on Sport Lots, or they ripped a ton and they're like, you know what, Sport Lots is how you clear out a ton of cheap base like this. So again, I'm high on Jackson Dart and I'll buy the base. I think, you know, you look at 50 cents, you know, you sell some of these for $3, $4. I mean, that's how you turn 20 bucks, 16 bucks into, you know, 100 right there. Will it actually happen? I don't know. But I mean, I think it's hard to go wrong with that price. I think worst case, I can double my money some way, somehow. So just my personal philosophy here. Bo Pribula, this is a 101. Yeah, 101 sky blue. So kind of a color match, a little bit lighter there. I think it was like 25 bucks, which I thought was pretty decent. Bo Pribula, someone that I have on saved searches now. That's how you get the best deals, in my opinion. Find the guys that you like, that you want to buy into. Save search notifications. You're going to see all the auctions. You're going to see all the low buy it now, freshly listed stuff. I think this is how I found this one. I just waited a week to watch it on auctions. Kind of a dual threat, guys. Got some packages, so that was, I don't know, just a prospecting play for me. Not a Drew Allard guy, but I do think he will get drafted pretty highly. I think that assessment was made years ago off of his recruiting rank. But that's my personal opinion on the matter. Doing everything back here behind the camera because I feel like I'm very restricted right now. Okay, this is sick. Okay, so I was curious because this was kind of a lot of cards. This is adult money right here. And just how you know I'm just up to some tomfoolery here. So I think he's, okay, so he did pull all the cards apart, which I don't love, but I was curious because he was like, oh, this will ship ESE. And okay, maybe like what is it, a manila envelope? Is that what it's called? But he tore them all apart. I think he did a pretty good job. But Mario Kart cards, hopefully like Mario is okay. That's really the one that I wanted. You just don't see this a lot. That was actually a pretty good tear. I don't think I could ever clean it. I have my wife tear all my Sports Illustrated for Kids, so I can, one, blame her if she messes up, and two, because I don't trust myself. That one has some stuff at the top. But Mario Kart cards, I think these are from Nintendo Power. Yeah, the magazine, rip Nintendo Power. And so, yeah, just like you saw me rip the Toy Story, stuff like that. I think I bought a Pokemon Psyduck PSA 9 from Team Rocket, I think. Like I'm looking at like Rugrats and Jimmy Neutron and stuff like that. So yeah, just thought this was like 15, 16 bucks. There was a cool looking Mario that sold and I missed out. And then I got FOMO and I was like, you know what? This is like the next cheapest. So I decided to buy this lot of 9. It was an uncut sheet. They tore it up, they put it in this cardboard, and this shipped ESE for $1.22 with all this cardboard. They shipped it in that puppy. So I'm really happy about that. I would send these to grading. I don't really care. They could be 2s and 4s. I'm not necessarily particular. I just, again, an encapsulation thing for me. All right, onto this big box. Again, I'm gonna pull this back here. My ring light is really close to my elbow, and I know I'm gonna knock it over. This, a little damaged up top there. This is you can't even see it, but this is a shoebox, a graded card shoebox. There you go, voila. Been grading a lot, not a lot, but I am grading, and I've been buying graded cards. I keep all my cards in like this bench bin storage thing. It's one of those benches that you put in your like, I don't know, living room or something, and it opens up the storage. And my son just loves to knock over all my slabs. I just have a PSA box filled, and then everything else is just kind of stacked. So I needed something with a lid. I needed something that it could store everything. So that's my storage. I think it was like 14 bucks. I was thinking of getting an entirely new Zion case just for, I don't know, transport purposes, but I feel like I can just remove my Zion case, if that makes sense. Remove everything from my Zion case and then just carry it, leave things behind. So a bunch of cool Mario Kart cards, just cool stuff. 24 of these? 24 for 16 bucks. We'll see if any of those are gradable. I'd be willing to take the chance, get a 10, List them for 40 to 50 bucks. Jackson Dart again to 150. Bo Perbola 101 for like 25 bucks. I'll take it. We'll see what happens. I would send these to ComC. I'm in no rush, but should be a big piece for Texas. Carson Beck, probably going to ComC, Hidalgo, or look for grading, and then that'll also be there. Maybe go to ComC on half of these. I don't know why. I think it was like $4. I would have rather have bought Topps Chrome. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't find anything, or maybe his Topps Chrome was super expensive. I just didn't want to probably pay like $6 to $8 for a refractor rookie. Antonio Brown, one of my favorites. I think he was like one of the top fantasy. I'm deep in this college football fantasy stuff. This account that I just started following had him as like one of the top MAC producers. Jordan Waters, just, I don't know. We'll see. And then another, a color auto for, I guess I got this for like $350. So it just makes sense. So that's everything in the shoebox. So if you enjoy it, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.